tonight on the final edition of NLTP PrimeTime for this season. It's championship week. Can Land Before Timers make it 3 Booper Balls straight? Or will What Can You Dinos ride the momentum of their 7-game thriller last week to a championship? Can Balzania make it 3 upsets in a row for the title? Or will Preventure Time continue their undefeated run through the playoffs? Find out next on NLTP PrimeTime. Hello everyone, welcome to NLTP Primetime for perhaps the last time. I'm your host, as always, Chris Birdman, and let's jump right into it. Land Before Timers, looking for their 3rd straight Booper Ball victory under Triduin, their 3rd official captain in that stretch. But we all know who's really calling the shots. Their opponent is their prehistoric brethren, the What Can You Dinos, the 2 seed and a remarkable season in their own right. A sweep in the first round followed up by an intense 7-game series that featured 5 overtimes and a Golden Cap winner. If anybody knows pressure, it's these guys. Game 1, LBT expected to come out flying as they have in the past, but it's the logistic map with the first scoring opportunity of the game. Coming off a handoff on Marky, gets to the boost and takes a nice route rolling around the bottom wall, all for OD there, but Darth gets the capsize. Lots of defense in this game, so the power-ups are important. Dinos get the first tag pro of the game and they want to make something happen with it. Logistic map, slaying balls left and right. They're pulling the regrab to chase Chucky and lock down the cap, but the tag pro runs out and the chasers boost in and it's Chucky who has the walk-in cap. It's the worst possible outcome for Dinos off that tag pro, and before Dinos can catch their breath, Steez comes in to add injury to injury. 2 quick caps to give LBT the lead. 2 minutes left, LBT have another. Dinos looking for a spark. Logistic map ignores Pups here to grab, and it looks like a good chance. The logistics are sorted in base, the defense widening enough of a lane for Low G to slide in for the cap. LBT would add an insurance cap to put it away, but check out this run by Ed. He's juking all over the map. What? And the defense is dominant on blocks to secure the cap. LBT with the lead heading into Game 2 on the other vertical map, Jardim, so a lot of opportunities for quick striking caps in this series. And LBT struck 3 times in the first half of the game to build a 3-zip lead. Logistic map is going to have something to say about that though. Off the back wall here for cap number 1. Runs back up to get another grab, base opens up, and just like that, it's a 1-cap game. But he's not done. He runs back to re-grab again, rushes back to his own base, off the back wall, tie game. A hat-trick in 25 seconds for Logistic Map. But a tag pro put LBT back in front. Logistic Map looking to claw his team back to a tie again. Off the back wall again, no! Stopped by Darth, and now Darth is loose, tearing back up the red team tiles for the counter cap. So Dinos, again, in a hole late. Logistic Map again. Right before the penultimate pup round, gets the grab out right. Slips under the OD, brings home his 4th cap. Last round of pups, Ed picks up a juke juice, but Chucky has a tag pro for LBT. But he gets spiked in doing so, and that opens up space on the right-hand side for Logistic Map. Can he bring home his 5th of the game? Of course he can! Tie game. Logistic carries his team to overtime with all 5 caps in Game 2. Remember, NLTP plays Golden Cap, so the first cap here wins the game. Just after the first round of pups in OT, a couple of juke juices, nothing special here. The key to this cap is Steven's anti on Ed, not letting Ed anywhere close to the flag tile, but also keeping on the front side so he can't rush out to intercept the flag carrier. Instead, Ed has to try to roll around the backside, and he's too late. Chucky brings home the cap, and Game 2 goes to LBT. So Dinos need a response in Game 3 on Market to keep their championship hopes alive. Benoit Balls summon in with their best early chance, boosts into Defender to get his own return, but his momentum carries him past the flag tile and LBT's able to catch up. Now watch Graham Parsons here. Carries the flag into base, there are 2 LBTs waiting for him there, but he doesn't care. He splits them in the corner for the nub step opportunity, but the return doesn't come. He ultimately kisses, would have been the play of the season. You'll notice the score here is still scoreless. Both defenses playing out of their minds in this one, especially for Market, and especially for B-Team. More than 6 minutes in, the cap finally comes, courtesy of, you guessed it, Chucky. Puts some moves on Graham Parsons, and hey guys, catches the OD going for pups, and it's a big cap for LBT. When it's the playoffs, you're down a cap, who you gonna call? Logistic Map, boosts straight into the flag, it's 1-1, but LBT would add a cap on a tag pro after the penultimate round of pups, so Dinos need something big from this last round of pups to claw one back, and oh no, it's 2 tag pros for LBT. That's a death sentence on this map. There's the dagger. LBT needs 1 more win to complete the sweep. Dinos looking to start fast in Game 4, and they get it from Ed. He's coming in for the cap, and go! Can't quite get it. A minute and a half later, Goat goes double agent. First boosts an opponent straight into his FC's lane. Saw that he made a mistake there, so he lines up again, and he's not missing this time. It doesn't lead to anything initially, but the first cap does come a few seconds later. Who Else But Logistic Map ties it up, so it's 1-1 4 minutes in. Nice little snipe here from I'm a Goat to free up Ed for the cap. That's the first lead of the series for the Dinos, and it would last all of 22 seconds. LBT dominates the pup round, T Platypus picks up a rolling, and that's a walk-in. From there, the floodgates opened. Nice snipe from Darth here to bring home cap number 5 to extend the lead to 3, and they hold that 3-cap lead. Game ends 7-4, and Land Before Timers is your Booper Ball champion for the 3rd season running. Chucky brought home 10 caps. Graham Parsons had 59 returns. That was actually the highest of the game, but it wasn't enough as Land Before Timers completes the sweep. Let's take a look at some awards now. These major awards: Most Valuable Ball, Offensive Ball, Defensive Ball, and Rookie of the Season. And you'll notice that all of these players, except for Cognito on Land Before Timers A team, playing in championship games this week. So Ben Ballas and Steez winning the Most Valuable Ball awards. Ben Ballas for Balzania, Steez for Land Before Timers. He also picks up Offensive Ball for B. Bali winning Offensive Ball for A team for Preventure Time, and his teammate Mo picking up the Rookie of the Season award for A team. Benoit Ball is playing for Dinos in that last game, the Booper Ball. He picks up the Rookie of the Season award, and the Defensive Ball of the Season goes to Darth, also playing the Booper Ball for Land Before Timers. You can check out all of the awards, presumably on the NLTP subreddit, or if they're not posted yet by the time this goes up, you can always just rewatch the streams of the Nooper Ball and Booper Ball to see who won what. And now to the Nooper Ball. Top seed Preventure Time. They've been so good all season, only lost 1 game in regulation, but that game was against their opponents in this championship game, Balzania, the 5 seed, who's pulled up 2 upsets to get here. They'll need to pull off their biggest upset yet to claim the title. Game 1, Tedwood Zingo. Balzania actually took an early lead in this one, but Preventure Time dominated pups through the middle of the game. Here they have 2 tag throws and make quick work of the defense. Razgriz not quite enough there to prevent the cap. Osgod coming in close behind, pulls off a great split, but the kiss is there. But Preventure Time is on a runaway regrab train. This time it's Bali, and this time it's another cap, and Preventure Time has flipped the deficit in just 30 seconds. Preventure Time kept dominating pups in this game. They'd add another score, and they take a 1-0 series lead into Game 2 on Jardim. And Jardim is Balzania's map. They played extremely well here last round against the 2 seed Land Before Timers. If they want the upset, it starts here. A good opportunity for that just a minute in. Razgriz coming down the right side of the flag. Ben Ballas blocking Bali hard off the pup and off his FC. Raz looks to be in here, but Osgod comes screaming out of nowhere to save it. Now he's going the other way, and Bali gets a fortunate boost from the bomb to solo Deman. Counter cap for Preventure Time and a 1-0 lead. Preventure Time kept grinding from there as they have all season, gradually stockpiling caps. Here's the best of the bunch. 3 OD, 1 blocker, no problem for Bali. Just cutting through the OD like a knife through hot butter. Sexy cap. Easy win for Preventure Time here, 8-2. Now it's a 2-0 lead for them, and they go back to their preferred map, Tedwood Zingo. But we switch over to Origin, and it's anyone's guess who really benefits here. Preventure Time has a large Ontario presence that might be even better on the Detroit server that is listed as a home server for Balzania. And Preventure Time indeed started off on the right foot in Game 3, right off the first round of pups. Bali shows he can get it done on the defensive side too, putting some Gorilla Glue on his ball and sticking to the rolling bomb to get the double tap. It's a walk-in for Osgod with the lead. Fast and furious action on Zingo this time around, more so than Game 1. Osgod playing the long boat here, turning away from the cap initially. A couple quick returns come, and then the ambitious long distance stall that may have been lagged, but we're going to call it a boat, tucks in just in time. 2-0 Preventure Time. Just like Game 2, Preventure Time in complete control, taking Game 3, 8-2, and forcing Balzania to the brink. Another subplot to keep an eye on then for Game 4. Preventure Time has not lost a single game during playoffs this season. They've been taken to OT a few times, but they're looking for an undefeated postseason. They can pull it off with a win here on Jardim. Razgriz takes the first step towards stopping that here with the cap just before the second round of pups. A minute later, Raz, taking advantage of both teams being out for pups, runs back to base relatively unaccosted, puts on a little boat, gives Balzania their first multi-cap lead of the series. A couple insurance caps from Balzania, and through 7 minutes they're shutting out a team that had 16 caps through the past 2 games. But Preventure Time started coming back. First, Mo, with a rolling bomb, holds it just long enough for the cap. Bali, right behind, fortuitous bomb, deficit cut in half in 20 seconds. But Balzania isn't going to let this one slip away. Ballerina boosts right to left across the map, chains it to the neutral boost off the 45. What a beautiful cap to give Balzania some breathing room. Both teams would add another cap, and Balzania staves off elimination 6-3. So can Balzania build on that momentum and pull off the reverse sweep? The toughest game is going to be this one, Game 5 on Zingo, back on Radius. But they're off to a good start. Less than a minute in, Raz slips past the defense, gets to the boost, down around the corner of his own base, and back up for the cap. Nice blocks there to give Balzania an early lead. Ballerina, close behind. Can she give Balzania a 2-0 lead before the first round of pups? No, not quite. But Balzania is still up and thinking maybe just a little about a reverse sweep. A couple minutes later here, defenders carrying the flag. Tremendous patience here from Monze, not forcing anything. Waits for the lane to open up. Takes his chances, 1-1. Shortly thereafter, Osgod, picking up the tag pro, looks like a promising lead-in, but Ben Ballish shuts it down. Demon doing a nice job stepping up to prevent the cap. Can Oz get back to offense before his tag pro runs out? Not quite, but it's enough to get a bump grab and he's out. Nice little move in the team tiles here to bring home a cap and take the lead. And that was all Preventure Time would need. They got back to their old ways from there, dominating pups, grinding out caps. 5-1 final here, and Preventure Time are your Season 13 Nooper Ball champions. 14 caps from Bali, 66 returns from Tits or Anze Kapitar. In Preventure Time, they dropped their first game of the playoffs, but it doesn't matter. They win the Nooper Ball 4-1 over Balzania. And that's going to about wrap it up here for us on NLTP Prime Time. We'll see you again at some point, maybe in the future. I don't know. This was a lot of fun to put together, but it also took up a lot of time. So it won't be for another season probably if I do this again, and I'm not going to make any guarantees. But it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did putting it together. For the last time, I'm Chris Birdman. Have a good night.